Hey, Janet, where have you run off to? Hello, Rita. What did you want to talk about? I put all the paperwork for tomorrow's presentation on your desk, so I'd like you to go ahead and copy all of those and make enough copies for everyone coming, please. You want me doing all that today? There are going to be 21 people attending the proposal meeting, so please make that many copies for me. Even the CEO and a few other higher-ups will be there. So make sure all the papers are properly aligned after copying them and staple them together. Hold on for a moment. I'm already heading back to my house right now. Huh? Why are you doing that? You still have a lot of work to do today. You can't just skip work like that without telling anyone. Didn't you hear that since last week I've started to work shorter shifts here within the company? I know that for normal work weeks you all have to work until 5:30, but as for myself with this new schedule, I'm only needed in the office until 4 p.m. And because of that, I'm sure there are other people in the department there to help you now. So, because of that change to my schedule, I'm not going to be able to do any work for you right now as I'm not in the office. Well, why don't you just turn around and come back here? Please don't say such nonsense. I already stamped my time card and everything. I don't want to have to come back in and create an unnecessary problem for HR. So, you're not even going to listen to what the full-time employee is asking you now? Just because you happen to be older than me and have more years under your belt here doesn't mean you can talk back to me now that you're working part-time practically. As for the amount of work you have there, that's up to the department manager, so if you find that you have too much work for yourself to do, go talk to them, please. The department manager is not here right now. Well, then you can go to another high-up that's currently in the office with you and ask them for their help with the situation. I'm sure they'll be able to help you figure something out. Also, wasn't that task to have all those copies made and then stapled together a task given to you by the department manager? Also, you have only been within this company for 2 months. You are still only considered to be a new hire. So I wouldn't push your luck too much when it comes to the work you're being asked to do. Depending on how well you're able to manage your time and do your job here will ultimately decide where you move up to in the future. And even if you had been here for multiple years now, you trying to push your work off onto another employee like that is a no-go. Geez, who the hell cares about any of that? Hurry up and get back here so that you can copy these papers for me. Then you'd like me to call the office right now and tell one of the managers there that you are currently trying to push your work off onto other people? Huh? As of right now, I am not supposed to work any overtime when it comes to my schedule. So if I'm to come back to the office and do more work today, I'm going to have to go into overtime, and HR would not be too pleased with that. And at that point, I'd have to explain to them why I came back into work and put more work in. So if you're completely fine with me explaining the reason for clocking back into them, then I'll be back there really soon. Whatever. I get it now. I'm going to have to do all this work myself now then. If you're able to do that, then you'd be helping yourself out a lot. I'm heading into the supermarket to get some shopping done now, so I'll have to go. Who cares? All you are is an old hag that just talked back to one of the full-time employees here. I have proof of that now. Well, just remember that this weekend at the welcoming party for the new CEO, only full-time employees and family members will be allowed to go. So, unfortunately for you, now that you've told me you've switched to working part-time, you won't be able to attend said party anymore. And as for myself, now that I won't have you around me to cause trouble at the party, I'll be able to prove myself to the young and sexy CEO and get him to never forget who I am. But as for yourself, since you can't come to this amazing party, you'll get to spend the day by yourself like any other. Right? You have to understand that now, right? This is something I'm going to be smiling about for a while now. Seriously, it sucks to be an old hag like you. What the hell, Janet? Hey, Janet, what the hell is wrong with you? Why the hell is a part-timer of an old hag here at the CEO's welcoming party? The only people that are allowed to attend today are the full-time employees and the family of the CEO. You leave this place right now. Rita, who was the one that said only full-time employees were allowed to come to this party? Excuse me? Well, it's the CEO's welcoming party, right? You think he'd want part-timers to be showing up to see him on his entrance into the company? Then tell me why there are other part-time workers here from both other departments in the company and of higher-ups themselves. What? I'm sure that with you only having been within this company for a mere 2 months yet, you haven't been able to meet and recognize everyone that works for the company, right? But I'm sure you can tell that some of the other people attending today also work shorter shifts for the company, right? I'd stop it with your shenanigans right now before you start to get others involved that you'd rather not be upset with you. What the heck? Then those that work in the planning department part-time are not allowed to be here. Huh? I, one of the full-time employees for the company, have just decided on that, so get the hell out. I'm really sorry, Rita, but I have to start talking to some very important people of mine, so I'll be going now. Huh? Talking to some important people, do you? Now, you listen here. Why the hell are you talking with all the executive directors and such now? And what's this with you being able to stand right next to the CEO like that? Do you not understand what your position as a part-timer means here? Also, the dress you're wearing to this kind of party is way too fashionable for you. Don't tell me. Are you trying to become the wife of the CEO or something? This cannot be. I need you to get the hell out of this party, one way or another. I'm the only one that seemed to have noticed this, so I must act now before it's too late for the CEO. You freaking loser! This is what happens when you try to make yourself look good in front of the higher-ups, when all you are is a low-life part-timer. Rita, what were you trying to do by causing all of this? And why were you just standing there in the back corner of the hallway waiting for me outside of everyone's view? My beautiful white dress is all stained in that red wine you were holding on to. I made sure that your dress would be ruined on purpose, you know. Now your only choice is to go home and leave all of us alone. So this was all a part of your plan to get me to leave this party? All because you didn't like the idea of me being here? That's right. Nobody wants to see you in that ugly-looking dress now, so I'd say your only option is to leave right away. Well, you have a good point. Especially since I'm drenched and might catch a cold standing in this cold building with only my dress on. I guess I really do have to head home. But I'll be back. You will not be back, though, is the thing. If you come back here again, I might just have to get myself another glass of wine to pour all over you. Do you have any idea what others will think when I have to leave? All that'll happen after you're gone is the party will be able to continue the way it should have without you here. And as for the CEO, he'll no longer have to look at an ugly old hag like you anymore and can focus on more important matters like myself. So get lost, you loser! This dress happened to be really important to me, and I had it all prepared for a day like today, as the CEO wanted me to. Huh? If he becomes aware, when he becomes aware that this dress he was so excited about is covered in red wine, I'm sure he'll become very sad. Actually, he might become very upset. Huh? What are you going on about now? Janet, hey, can you please come back to the party? If you don't come back here, I'm going to really be in for something horrible. I didn't know anything about that. I literally never thought that someone like you would actually be the CEO's wife. And the reason for you becoming a part-timer after being a full-timer for so long was because your husband became the new CEO. And in order to have someone around the house more while he'd become more busy, you decided to work less hours for the company. And now that I think about it, the CEO happens to have the same last name as you do. Why did I never notice something like that before? Hey, Janet! Were you able to talk with the CEO? He's pissed at me. But I just assumed this whole dang time that the CEO had been single and had no other women. And I never knew that you were the wife of the CEO. Had you just simply told me about that sooner, I would have never had to kick you out of the party today. I had no choice, right? Rita, I think the problem that you're facing right now is something completely different from what you're thinking. Huh? Of course, it's totally unacceptable to pour wine all over the wife of the company's CEO like you did. But even had you not poured wine all over me and kicked me out of the party, you already had a whole lot of problems going on that could not be avoided. I hope you realize that the CEO is not only pissed at you about what happened today, but about plenty of other things that have been piling up, caused by you. I get that I've screwed up already, so just hurry back here, will ya? No. I happen to have a plan with the CEO on when I'm to come back to the party. So until that time has come, I'm going to be waiting at home for him to be finished dealing with you. Why won't you just come back here? Well, you happen to still be at the party, correct? Huh? I have every right to not want to be there while you're still in that building, right? You are a scary girl that thinks it's okay to pour wine all over me on purpose. And I can't be going back there until you're gone for good. I'm a scary girl? You think I am? As a matter of fact, right now you've been isolated into another room by some of the men there. And you have to wait in there until your parents arrive from the town to pick you up. They really went and called my parents on me? I was just trying to get rid of the old hag that was getting in the way of me and the CEO today. Why am I being fired from that company? I told everyone already that the only problem was that I didn't know you were the CEO's wife. Had I just known that one thing, I wouldn't have done anything to you. Also, all I did was spill a small amount of wine on you. My parents have already told me that they'll be paying for your dress to be cleaned for you, so I don't see what the problem is anymore here. You're firing me without any good reason. I could sue your husband for that. Settle down, Rita. I have something very important to tell you. The fact that you did all that when you haven't even been with the company long enough to consider yourself a proper employee gives this company every right to fire you over that. Also, the fact that you already told me you poured the wine on me on purpose could have the possibility of making the whole situation be taken into the police's hands. What? I've been talking with my lawyer about all that happened, and that's what he's told me. You're talking with a lawyer? I'm sure when you talk with him, he'll explain everything in a lot more detail to you. But I think you should stop it with all your BS and just let him take care of the situation with you. But I've already been told I need to pay an out-of-court settlement to you, though. I'm sure that's what the lawyer will be coming to me for then. Not only have I been fired and won't be getting any kind of money for it, I'm going to have to be the one to pay for all that happened. So why is this all happening to me now? I never meant to hurt the CEO's feelings. On the day of the party, just as I had explained to Rita, her parents were on their way to pick her up from the place and have a talk with the CEO. When they did arrive, I was still waiting at my house, and so my husband handled everything for me. Her parents both apologized for their daughter's actions and then left the party, taking their daughter home with them. After that, her parents then helped us by paying the out-of-court settlement I'd asked for with the help of my lawyer. But this did not fix anything really, as when it came to Rita, she was not able to learn what she'd really done wrong, and only told me a verbal sorry. Because of that, her parents realized that they never raised their daughter well enough if this was how she'd act. And so they forced her to start working for a landscaping company owned by her uncle, where he works her hard. She can't even push her work off onto any of the other workers either, as they're all big men that will not take that kind of crap from some small girl. Actually, due to the fact that her parents had to take out a loan to pay for the settlement, They made sure to put her name on it so that she'd have to pay it off over time. So as of right now, she's having to work every day of the week making money that she's not even allowed to keep, as it goes right into paying off her debt. And with that, she cries and cries and cries, all while trying her best to work a very laborious job with nobody around wanting to help her.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey there, Cynthia. It's so great to finally get to talk to my big sister-in-law. I'm your brother Carl's wife, Shauna. What? My brother's wife? Oh, now that you mention it, I think one of my old high school friends mentioned to me a while back that he got married. It's nice to meet you, Shauna. Same to you, Cynthia. If you don't mind me asking, how did you get my number? I bet you've probably heard this from my brother, but he's not my biological brother. He's actually my second cousin or something. We're related, but only barely. They just took me in after my parents died when I was young. I call them my parents and brother because, well, they're the only family I know. We never really got along well, though. I have all their phone numbers just in case I need to contact them, but the moment I turned 18 and started a life on my own, they all blocked my number. Oh, wow. Really? Wow, I had no idea. So anyway, there's something I need you to help me out with. What is it? Okay, so a little while ago, I got a job at a company that's pretty close to where you live in your city. I work from 9 to 5, and I need someone to look after my kid when I'm at work, and that's where you come in. What? I heard that you're single and have a job where you work from home, right? That means you have way more free time on your hands than someone who actually goes into work like me, right? So I thought it wouldn't be too much trouble for you. Shauna, hold up just 1 second. Oh, don't worry, I already got your address. It shouldn't be too difficult to find. Shauna, I've never taken care of a kid in my entire life. I can't watch yours for you. Oh, really? In that case, this will be the perfect opportunity for you to accustom yourself to taking care of children. Isn't that great? It's a win-win situation. Shauna, listen to me. No, I cannot look after your kid. I am way too busy. Oh, come on. What else are you going to do with your time? You're single and work at home. My relationship and work status are totally irrelevant. So anyway, I just left her in the doorway to your apartment 2 minutes ago. Thanks a bunch. I'll see you later tonight. You what? Shauna, you actually abandoned your kid in front of my apartment door? What on earth were you thinking? I already told you what I was thinking. I'm working, you're free. So I'm leaving my kid with you to take care of while I'm at work. It's that simple. How old is this kid anyway? Like 4 or 5 months? I may not be a childcare expert, but this kid looks like she's practically a newborn. I think she's like about 2 months, give or take. 2 months? No. This is not happening. I can't take care of a baby that young. Sorry, Cynthia, but I just clocked into work. No turning back now. You have got some nerve, Shauna. I'll see you in 8 hours. Have fun! Shauna, get back here! Shauna, this has to stop. You left your baby on my doorstep again? Yep, thanks for always taking such good care of her. I really appreciate it. Shauna, listen to me. This stops today. You've been doing this to me for a full week now. This baby is only 2 months old. She needs her mother with her, and I am not her mother. How could you just leave such a vulnerable baby with me? Are you out of your mind? And like I told you, I have my own work to be doing. I'm in the middle of a big project that's due in a short time. I'm up to my eyeballs in work, and I have 0 time to spend caring for your baby. Please, Shauna, I know you're in a tough position, but so am I. You need to find someone else, okay? Listen, Cynthia, you're not fooling anyone. I know you work at home, and I know what that means. It means you can't possibly have any really important work to do, unlike me. Get it? It's in society's best interest that you help me out here. I'm sure you'd like to be spending more time playing video games or whatever it is you do while pretending to work, but wouldn't you like to do something to benefit society for once in your life? Honestly, you should be thanking me for giving you the opportunity to do something that's actually meaningful with your life. What are you talking about? I don't spend all day playing computer games. I am working. Just because I'm not going into an office to do my job doesn't mean I don't have duties, deadlines, bosses, clients, everything. I'm being serious right now. I cannot do this anymore. I'm having to spend all morning and afternoon looking after your baby, so I have to put off all my work until night. I barely slept at all this week. I am absolutely losing my mind over here, and my deadline is getting closer every day. And now you know what working mothers have to deal with every day. This is going to be super valuable opportunity for you. I know it. Stop trying to dodge the issue. That's not what this is about. Kate just got to my office. Gotta go, Cynthia. See you later. Thanks again for taking such good care of my little angel. Shauna, please, I can't take this anymore.
Hey, Cynthia. It's been way too long since we've talked. It's me, Carl.
What?
Your little brother, Carl, remember?
Oh, I was pretty sure you all had blocked me.
I'm sorry to message you so suddenly like this. I just unblocked you a little bit ago.
What could you possibly want now?
Cynthia, I wanted to tell you that I'm sincerely sorry for everything that happened.
Well, it's appreciated, but what's brought this on?
I only blocked you because Mom and Dad made me. I had no choice but to do as they said. I didn't want to block you. You're my sister. I love you. I wanted to keep a normal sibling relationship.
Carl, what's going on?
I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't know about any of this, but being an only child, I was really, really happy to have a big sister. If it were my choice, I would have kept things going just like they were, but like I said, Mom and Dad made me block you, and they checked my phone every day to make sure I wasn't contacting you without them knowing.
Wow, that must have been hard for you. But I guess I can understand why things would happen that way. My parents never got along with your mom and dad back before they died. I couldn't even remember the last time I had seen you guys when the day came that you had to take me into your home.
Yeah, my parents told me I wasn't allowed to play with you or even be nice to you. And I know it's way too late, but I really wanted to tell you how sorry I am. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart.
Thanks for telling me how you feel, Carl. I forgive you. It wasn't your fault.
Thanks, Cynthia. So, the reason I wanted to talk to you today is that my parents are getting divorced.
Divorced?
My wife, Shauna, and I had been living together with my parents in their house, but their divorce has been so chaotic that we decided to take the opportunity to get the hell out of there, and we moved over to your city.
Oh. Huh.
If it's okay with you, I'd like to try and put our relationship back together. We could invite Shauna along and go out for dinner, go on trips, make it feel like we're brother and sister again.
Wow. Well, I really appreciate that you feel that way. But if we're going to start fresh, there's one matter that needs to be taken care of before anything else.
What is it? I'll do anything. You name it.
It's about your kid.
Wait. My kid? What about my kid?
Shauna's been dropping your kid off at my house every single day for the last week and making me babysit for her while she's at work. I need you to talk to her and make her knock that off.
What?
Yeah, like I said, it's been going on for an entire week now. And the baby's only 2 months old. I know she's my niece and all, but I have to put my foot down here. I have work to do. I can't watch your daughter during the day. And the only reason I haven't either gone insane or collapsed from exhaustion until now is because my landlord is the kindest woman I've ever met who agreed to help me out when she can. If not for her, I don't even want to think about what sort of state I'd be in. I tried to talk to Shauna about this, but she just doesn't listen to a word I say.
Wait a minute. Niece? Daughter? What are you talking about?
Huh? What do you mean, what am I talking about? She's your daughter, I'm your sister, that makes her my niece.
Cynthia, our child is a boy, so he's my son and your nephew.
What?
And he's not 2 months old, he's 4 months old.
This isn't making any sense. So, wait, if your kid is a boy, then who is this girl I've been babysitting for this week?
Is the baby at your place right now?
Yeah. She's taking a nap in the other room right now.
I'd like to take a look for myself, so is it okay if Shauna and I come over there together?
What the? Is Shauna with you right now?
Well, yeah, she's been here with me all day.
She's not at work?
Nah, she's off on maternity leave. I took paid leave from work so I could get us completely moved out of my folks' house as soon as possible.
Then we've got a bit of a problem. Shauna's been telling me the reason she needs me to look after the baby is because she's working 9 to 5.
Okay, so either my wife has learned how to teleport, or we've got an imposter on our hands. This is looking to be a pretty interesting day.
Interesting? I'm terrified.
Okay, don't worry. We'll head over there right now.
Do you know my address?
Yeah, you've sent us a Christmas card every year, haven't you? Well, last year I managed to get the mailbox before my parents did, found your card, and copied down your address.
Wow, that's resourceful of you.
Right? So, yeah, we'll be over there soon.
Okay, I'll be waiting.
Hey, what did you do? I was just about to drop my kid off at your place when I got caught by my parents and husband.
Good morning. I gotta hand it to you. You totally had me convinced you were Shauna.
Uh-oh.
But you're not Shauna, and I'm not your sister-in-law, right? You're Shauna's older sister, Jenna.
You figured that out?
Yep.
How? Your family all blocked you, right? There was no way for them to contact you. I thought you'd never find out.
As a matter of fact, my brother Carl messaged me just yesterday asking to rebuild our relationship.
Seriously?
And I also had the pleasure of meeting the real Shauna as well.
Oh, come on!
Yesterday evening, I gave your daughter back to you like normal, but that was only so we could confirm your identity. Carl and the real Shauna were watching you on my front door security camera, and they got a very good look at your face. Shauna knew right away it was you, her older sister Jenna, and once she confirmed your identity, she immediately jumped into action. She called your parents and your husband and told them what had been going on with you for the last week. And that's how things wound up like they did this morning, from what Shauna said. It seemed like you had visited her at their house sometime after Christmas. I suppose you must have seen my Christmas card and copied down my address just like Carl did, but how did you get my phone number? Did you actually steal it off of one of their phones?
No.
Look, Jenna, there's really no use in hiding anymore. I know you're not Shauna. I know why you've been shoving your kid onto me. I know everything.
Fine. I heard about how you had a bad relationship with his parents at their wedding, so I figured I might be able to use the situation to my advantage. But my God, that moron Carl had to go and pick the worst possible timing to contact you, after I worked so hard to keep up the ruse.
Okay, seriously now, did you actually think that you'd be able to get away with this stunt of yours forever? You would have gotten found out eventually, one way or another. In any case, I think you'd better go and have a talk with your husband and parents. Oh, and one more thing, I am never taking care of your kid for you again.
What's your problem? It's not like you've got anything better to do. You're such a pampered, spoiled brat. Working from home? Yeah, right. You're just sitting around watching TV and eating snacks all day, aren't you? There's no reason you can't watch my kid for a few hours. You lazy jerk. Hey, what gives? Why are you in your apartment anymore? I tried ringing your doorbell, but then some old lady came out saying she was the landlord and that she'd call the police if I didn't leave. You moved? Why?
What do you want? My husband divorced me, and it gets worse. I lost custody of my daughter. Ah, so it would seem that he also found out that you'd been cheating on him then? You said you were leaving your kid with me because you had to go to work. But you were actually just going to see your boyfriend, weren't you? How did you... And then you tried to claim that the girl's father was actually your boyfriend's, not your husband's, but he had a paternity test done. And lo and behold, she is, in fact, your husband's daughter. Oh, excuse me, ex-husband's daughter. And because of this, your boyfriend broke up with you too. Do I have all that right? How did you know all of that? Well, after all that misery you caused me, I was very eager to hear every single minute detail from Carl and Shauna about how quickly your life had spiraled downhill since then. You're a real sociopath, you know that? How can you be enjoying the pain and suffering you caused me? You're gonna have to take responsibility for all this. Excuse me? It's your fault that I got divorced, your fault that I lost custody of my daughter, and your fault that I got thrown out of my parents' house. This is all your responsibility, so you're gonna pay for it. Tell me where you moved. I'm gonna crash with you for a while until I get things figured out. No. Why not? I am not gonna let you in my house just so you can steal anything that has value to pawn for cash. Damn it. I presume your husband is suing you for your affair and child support, right? Your parents referred you to that one company, didn't they? If I were you, I wouldn't balk at the chance to have your rent covered while also being able to make some money to start chipping away at your debts. But that place is really, really, really strict. I don't want to work there. Okay, well, if you're not willing to take the job that's been offered to you, then I don't see why I should have to take care of you. You won't even take care of yourself. You're an awful person, a real black-hearted scumbag. You impersonated your sister and forced a total stranger to look after your child so you could go and cheat on your husband. I don't think you're in any sort of position to call someone a black-hearted scumbag. What was I supposed to do? I can't take my kid over to see my boyfriend. She would have totally killed the mood. I see now that this conversation isn't going to go anywhere. If losing your husband, daughter, and parents isn't enough to slap some sense into you, nothing I could say would either. Goodbye. Hey, don't be that way. Come on, Cynthia. You gotta do something. Help me. When Jenna texted me, it seems that she was in the middle of trying to run away from some friends of her parents. I told Carl and Shauna that Jenna had been looking for me at my old apartment, and they were kind enough to relay that information on to the friends who were looking for her. Just about 30 minutes later, I got another message from Carl that simply said, "They got her." I only found out what happened to her after that when I was finally able to meet up with Carl under normal circumstances and have a normal conversation. Jenna's parents have certain connections, including a company that operates a remotely located factory specializing in monitoring its employees' lives. She'll be working there until she's paid off every last cent of her colossal debts. As for Jenna, I left her number unblocked because I was mildly entertained by the desperate pleas for help she would send me. But eventually, those pleas turned into her just hurling foul language at me, so I decided my fun was over and told Carl about it. He messaged me a little while later saying, "It's been taken care of." And just like that, the messages from Jenna completely stopped. Now that the whole ordeal with Jenna is over, I can finally get back to work on finishing my project in peace and quiet.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Mom, did you stuff vacation pamphlets into our mailbox again? I don't see any reason for you to be upset, dear. I simply thought that they would come in handy while you two plan your honeymoon, that's all. You completely filled our mailbox with them. Please stop doing that. The mailman constantly has to ring our doorbell to give us our mail because he can't fit it in the mailbox. I'd rather you stop giving us those pamphlets altogether, but could you at least just set them on the front doorstep instead? I was only trying to be helpful. Regardless of your intentions, it's getting out of hand. Am I clear? Don't put them in our mailbox anymore. That reminds me, have you decided on a destination for your honeymoon yet? We're still thinking about it. Why do you ask? What? You mean you haven't decided yet? But it's been 6 months since your wedding. Yeah, well, Sam and I are both busy with work and our schedules are pretty hard to coordinate, so... Oh, and that wedding. Even after I went to the trouble of planning a beautiful wedding for the two of you from top to bottom, you didn't use any of my ideas. I was so shocked. Weddings are for the bride and groom, Mom, not their parents. We planned our wedding the way we wanted. That's normal. Not to mention the wedding you planned was unbelievably extravagant. A $30,000 dress? $500 per plate at the reception? Who do you think we are, the Kardashians? You could have taken out a loan. Plenty of couples do that these days. I am not going to spend so much on a wedding that we're never going to be able to afford to buy a house, Mom. Look, we've been through all of this before, and I'm tired of having this conversation. I need to get back to work now. Since you were insensitive enough to disregard my wedding plans, I expect you to at least take my honeymoon plan into account, understand? My travel sense is impeccable. A vacation planned by me is worth more than money. This is our honeymoon, so we will plan it in the way we want to. End of discussion. Nonsense! You said yourself that you haven't decided on anything yet. It's clearly far too much for you to handle by yourselves. Listen, dear, a honeymoon is an important step for a new couple. It sets the mood for the rest of your marriage, creates memories that will last a lifetime. But you still haven't even decided on a location, much less transportation and lodging. Is this how you want your marriage to start, with indecision and procrastination? We're starting our marriage with thoughtful planning and deep discussion between the two of us, but thanks for your concern. We'll take a look at the pamphlets you gave us, okay? Is that enough to satisfy you? We'll see. Let me know when you've finalized your plans. I'll let you know whether or not they're up to snuff. Frankly, I'm not interested in your opinion. Excuse me? Like I said, I need to get back to work. Goodbye.
Hey, Sally. I just made it to the hotel fine and got checked in.
Thanks for letting me know, Sam. I hope you enjoy your business trip. I'll do my best. Travel's nice, but when it's for business, meh. By the way, I just realized that my mom sent me a text. She said you complained about her stuffing our mailbox with a bunch of travel pamphlets again.
Don't tell me she was getting on your case about our honeymoon again.
Yeah, she was. She took it to a new level this time, too. It looked like that mailbox was about to burst at the seams from all those pamphlets.
Unreal. I'm sorry you had to deal with that.
I took a look at them, thinking maybe there might be a chance that one of them might be interesting, but they're all guided tours with a private guide who goes with us everywhere. Why would we want a third wheel on our honeymoon?
That reminds me. My dad told me before that my mum had booked that exact same kind of tour for their honeymoon. Dad said it completely destroyed the mood. The two of them never had any privacy at all, with the guide constantly with them, at restaurants, parks, stores, etc. But it sounded like Mum enjoyed it, at least.
You think that's why she's pushing it on us? Because she had such a good time with it?
Yeah, probably. For her part, it's not like we've told her what sort of honeymoon we had in mind. But then again, even if we did tell her, I'm sure she had just managed to find a way to barge in on us. So it's probably best we just keep her completely in the dark.
It's crazy that you're so comfortable talking about your own mother like that.
Hey, it's the truth. Just the way my mum is. She's always been. Once she gets an idea in her head about something, she has to inject herself into it, even if it has absolutely nothing to do with her. That's why I never told her about, well, you know what.
Ah, that. Yeah, I was hoping you wouldn't spill the beans to her about that. But are you sure you're okay with that?
Yeah, I'm sure. I talked to my dad, who knows all about it, and he gave me his blessing to keep it between us, so yeah. Let's just continue to do that.
Okay, well, as long as you're okay with it. Hello there, Sally. Today's the big day, isn't it? I bet you're so excited. I know I am. Huh? What should I be excited about? Oh, come now, dear. Are you still going to keep the act up? I know you were trying your best to keep me out of the loop, but you've underestimated me. I know everything. Mom, I seriously have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, well, you can go ahead and be that way. It doesn't change the fact that I know everything. Could you please stop talking like that and just tell me what you think it is I should be excited about? I'll see you soon! Sally, where are you? You need to come and pick me up from the airport. I'm waiting. What? What do you mean, the airport? Where are you? Okinawa! Where else? Okinawa? You mean in Japan? Which hotel will we be staying at? I hope you picked the one I recommended. The buffet breakfast looked phenomenal. You're not making any sense. Come on, Sally. I just arrived in Okinawa, so tell me where the hotel is. Seriously now, dear, get with the picture. Exactly what picture am I supposed to get with, Mom? Why are you in Okinawa? And why are you suddenly expecting me to come to pick you up from the airport and take you to a hotel? Did I miss something? I don't remember you ever talking about a vacation to Japan. My goodness, Sally, you never give up. I know your honeymoon in Okinawa starts today. What? I heard Sam talking to his father about going to the Blue Cave on your honeymoon. When I looked it up on the internet, I figured out that you were going to the Blue Cave in Okinawa, Japan. After that, I looked at their texts on his cell phone and figured out all the dates and times for your flights. I'm a real Sherlock Holmes, aren't I? Did you really go through your husband's phone without his permission? We've been married for 40 years, dear, so what if I did? But enough about that. Let's talk about our plans. So we're going snorkeling in the Blue Cave then? Ugh, you really have terrible taste. I made a deliberate effort to remove any tours with snorkeling from the pamphlets I gave you, but you went and signed up for it anyway. I thought you had learned your lesson about listening to my recommendations after that disaster of a wedding you planned by yourselves. It's clear you need the help of a travel expert. That's why I decided that I would tag along with you on your honeymoon to help you enjoy yourselves on your trip to Okinawa. And as your official guide, I hereby declare that your silly little snorkeling thing is cancelled. Mom. But we can talk more about that later. Hurry up and come pick me up from the airport. Mom, we're in Hokkaido right now. What? Why? I guess maybe you're not familiar with Japanese geography, but there's more than one place called Blue Cave in Japan. There's one in Okinawa, yeah, but there's also one in Hokkaido, too. There is? Hokkaido? Isn't that far to the north? You're going snorkeling in that freezing cold water? No, we're on a cruise. A cruise? Sam and I actually already went to the Blue Cave in Okinawa with a group of our friends back when we were in college. We loved Japan so much that we figured we'd go again for our honeymoon. And when we learned there was another Blue Cave, we figured we'd go there. So, you're in Hokkaido? Yep. And not in Okinawa? Nope. I don't believe this. Now I'm going to have to get a ticket to Hokkaido. No, Mom. We'll already have moved on to a different location by the time you get here, so don't waste your time or money. What? Hokkaido is a pretty big place, actually, and we're on an extended tour taking us around most of the island, making brief stops at major tourism spots. Just brief stops? That won't be any fun. But we're enjoying ourselves plenty, thank you. But the best part is yet to come. We're going on a train tour that circles the island so we can see all the scenery from the train window. You what? How could just riding a train be fun? You can ride a train at home. Meh, to each their own. Everyone has their own tastes, different things they enjoy. We don't like the same things you like, Mom, that's all. Sally, dear, how dare you? I offered to plan your honeymoon for you out of the kindness of my heart, and this is how you repay me? As long as we're on the subject, Sam has something he'd like to talk to you about, so I'll hand the conversation over to him now. Sam? But why?
Mum,
Yes, Sam?
I thought you should know that we moved.
You moved?
After our honeymoon is over, we're going to go straight to our new house.
How could you? You've got some nerve dropping something like this on me so suddenly. How many times do I have to tell you? You must consult with me before making major decisions like that. Ugh, unbelievable. You always did love causing me trouble, however. I am still your mother, and I must fulfill my motherly duties. Don't worry, I'll come over to your new house to properly arrange your furniture and that sort of thing. What's the address of your new house?
I'm not telling you.
You're not telling me?
And by the way, even if you somehow manage to figure out where our new house is, you're not welcome. So don't even think about coming.
What? What? But why? You need me to fix your house for you, don't you?
No, I don't.
Don't be ridiculous.
I don't need you forcing your opinions on me in every aspect of my life, Mum. Didn't Sally just tell you? Everyone has different tastes. We don't like the same things you like.
I was just trying to be helpful.
Being helpful would be offering a recommendation when we ask for one, and I wouldn't have any problem with that. But if we don't do everything exactly the way you want us to, down to a T, then you go completely hysterical. Haven't you noticed that all your friends have abandoned you one by one? Do you hang out with anyone other than Dad?
That's nonsense. They haven't abandoned me.
Oh, for the love of... Don't tell me you didn't even notice. Surely you can't be that oblivious. Do you have any idea the damage you've caused other people with your behaviour? Don't you remember what happened with Cynthia a few years ago? She almost got divorced because of you.
What are you talking about?
Good grief. I don't believe you. The rumour about her having an affair? You heard one woman say she thought she saw Cynthia meeting with another man at a restaurant, and you took the liberty of telling her husband that she was cheating on him.
What was I supposed to do? Let him be cuckolded?
How about that time with my friend from high school? We went to the bowling alley after school one time, and so we smelled like smoke because, well, it was a bowling alley. And what did you do? You went over to his parents' house and lectured them for an hour about how they needed to teach him that smoking was bad for your health.
Oh, now you expect me to let a young boy die of lung cancer, do you?
And that's just the beginning. There's way more instances than that. Do you have any idea how many friends I lost because of you?
Imagine how many you'd lose to cancer if their parents let them smoke.
But I'm not even as concerned about myself as I am about Dad. He constantly has to clean up after your messes.
Ha! That man couldn't even clean a living room without me.
Every single time you make a fool of yourself and cause massive problems for people, who's the one that has to go and apologise and beg them not to sue you for harassment? Dad. I would know. Ever since I became an adult, I've been going with him for those apologies. I'm sick of it, and I'm sick of you.
Sam, you can't talk to me like that. Everything I've ever done has been to help you, to help the people around me. I was just being a good neighbour and friend.
You have a bizarre understanding of what help means, Mum. You've done nothing but cause chaos for me and everyone else in your life.
You ungrateful little brat.
This conversation is over. You're not welcome to come to our new house. Even if you should show up on our doorstep, we will not open the door, we will not let you in. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't even want any sort of contact from you at all.
You can't do this.
I can, and I will.
Oh, you obstinate child. Anyway, now that I know you're in Hokkaido, I'll do you the favor of looking up some proper tourism destinations.
Even after all that, you're still not listening.
No, you're the one who's not listening to my advice.
Ugh, I'm so sick of this. Just don't bother us on our honeymoon. Got it? Go home. Now. Goodbye.
My mother-in-law took a flight home the next day. However, when she arrived home, she walked inside to find a stack of divorce papers sitting on the kitchen table. I had heard that her husband was considering divorcing her, and I guess he saw this as the perfect timing to finally do it. He never contacted her again and had a lawyer handle all the divorce proceedings. He's now living on his own in a nice apartment near our new house. I've got to say, he seems to be doing better than I've ever seen him before now. He looks like someone who's just had a good stretch after a long nap. It's like he's a brand new man. As for my mother-in-law, she moved in with her younger brother and his wife for a while. But before long, she started to give her particular brand of advice to her brother's wife, which was, obviously, not received very well by either her brother or his wife. He was, to put it simply, furious. He kicked her out of his house not but a month after she moved in. The last I heard, she was living alone, very alone, in a small apartment in the city's outskirts.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.